Hello everyone, I am Paul with many voices and welcome back to Prison Architects All DLC Archipelago, where in the last episode we got our first 56 prisoners in and things are starting to become alive because we had our first 5 death row inmates. We even have 2 people in this area protective custody, and we even had our first event already happening. However, things are starting to become even more alive now. In the meantime, I did hire 10 more workmen, got up to 70 guards, 20 cooks, fired a few doctors, and I sold some stuff just to get a bit of extra money in. However, today I'm going to be starting off with completing the overproduction grants, because in this kitchen I'm gonna hopefully get this done before the helicopter comes in. There you go. We have a few cabbages, and cabbages are the only ingredients I still have to sell enough of in order to get the overproduction grant done. And I know, because I actually tested this, that's enough. 10,000. Goody. Now sadly it's not enough to, well, it is enough. So immediately let's get that started. A 1, a 2, a 3. For some reason these 3 were not connected to the actual grid, and it turns out that it's not just those 3. Oh, actually the rest is, just those 3 weren't, so I dismantled them and I put them back in. But here we have our 4 new maximum security prisoners. And something I also said I would do, since this is now day 5, 11 prisoners want to transfer. We still haven't gotten to that point yet, but we do have 2 criminally insane inmates. Mr. Frost here, who was a workaholic. Now as criminally insane, he gets even more reputations, unique only to criminally insane. For him, they are the Insomniac and Outbreaks. And the Outbreaks is just for violence, damaging the environment around him, so I guess that's just the violent trait for criminally insane. And Insomniac, he requires very little sleep. Sadly, especially since he's also a workaholic, criminally insane inmates do not work, so that means that those 2 traits are useless to me. Now let's look at the other guy, right here, Mr. Jones. He's depressed. He moves much slower when feeling suppressed and untreated. And he's already extremely volatile, so, yeah. We have our first 2 criminally insane inmates, and if I'm not mistaken, this is indeed padded flooring. Yes, it is. Okay. Because this is white tiles, and that's padded flooring, this is marble. Okay, anything else? Yes. We've completed the grants, and now I can start tool cleanup. At last. However, I was mistaken in the last series when I said that overproduction would take about 80-ish or so hours before you could do it again, since it is a repeatable program. I was wrong. It's actually 120 hours. So for the next 119.5 hours, I'm unable to select this grant. But once that time has passed, I can do this again, and then wait another 120 hours, and then do it again, and then wait another 120 hours, and then do it again. But we're going to be starting off with tool cleanup. $20,000. I need to have at least 40 prisoners in, which is the reason why in the first part of the series, when it was still just this island, I couldn't do this grant because I didn't have even 40 capacity, let alone have 40 prisoners. Now I could have cheesed it, made this a dormitory, and then say like, okay, we're gonna have 40 prisoners in to do that grant, but I wanted to do it on a more natural scale. Because my original idea, I don't believe I talked about this in the Grand Tour episode. I originally wanted, before the Going Green DLC was even announced, was just to build this island and then have that built on camera while still running this prison, and then through that the prisoners would be eligible to go over here, and then I would slowly just expand again and build and expand again and build and expand again and build. I would have saved the minimum security island for last, but sadly the developers had other ideas, so that's why there was a little gap in like the days. Remember, day 30 something and now we're at day 198. But let's get back on track. One of the things that I still need to do, I am purposely waited with this to bring you guys with me. I need to repair this fence, and with that I also need to reset that as paving stone. And apparently I missed that piece of wall as well. So let's get on to that. And now after that I have to put in the barbed wire around it to finish it off. So 5 out of 11 have that. No one has passed anything. No one has any. No, we're still not. This is day 5, but it needs to happen after day 5. Also, something I wanted to do. Let me see really quickly. I wanted to throw in another fridge and another cooker, just to be sure. Now, I don't know if this is mandatory for a kitchen this size. But I'll do it here. I'll do it here. Turns out I accidentally put in 2 fridges. Didn't want that, so do it like that. That one doesn't need it, that one doesn't need it. And this one has plenty. Yeah, that'll do. There's another benefit, adding more cookers inside of your kitchens, is that you can have more people simultaneously running the program of kitchen safety hygiene. So, yeah. That's the thing. For some silly reason, it turns out that I don't know if this is like a bug since or an actual change since Going Green DLC, but I clearly remember in the past, before Going Green came out, that if you had turned criminally insane on, prisoners can become criminally insane, that if prisoners would become criminally insane would be enough to get this area of the grant done. So what I'm gonna do, just to be sure, is hope that eventually, soon enough, that I'll have 10 criminally insane inmates from my regular inmates. And if that still isn't done, only then will I be bringing in 10 criminally insane inmates. But only then, to complete this grant. Anyway, tool cleanup I will do tonight. So I'll see you, let's see when exactly it is. I'll see you at around 11 in the evening. Okay, it's just before 11 o'clock, so here's what I always do when I want to do the tool cleanup. Start with a bang up. Well, screw it. All sectors. Bailout makes sure that all prisoners that are willing, that go to their cell right away. In the meantime, I know that this is unconnected, so I'm hoping to get that sorted next day. Okay, at 12 o'clock I am going to be starting my shakedown. Because for the tool cleanup I need to remove the stolen supply of the weapons and the tools. And more often than not, it will actually happen that you don't succeed this in a single go. Oh, wait. Now that I have a bit of cash, there. Get that done. Quickly. Strangely enough, if I'm not mistaken, this one still doesn't connect. Now this one does. So, I'll dismantle it again, and I'll just add it again. See if that changes anything. That could also happen that they will actually find everything right off the get-go. If that happens, then yay. If not, then oh well. What the? Oops. No. Darn it. That's why I hate this game. My mouse selects something and then it just selects something completely different. What else? So yeah, it's just a matter of waiting now until this grant eventually completes, when the shakedown completes. As you can see, my guards have to search 1260-ish places. It's gonna take a little while. And the best way to do it is just during sleep. Because the prisoners will already be in their cell. And it seems that Bobby has failed his thing again. So he only has to fail it one more time, just like Christopher Wilder's here. And then we'll have our execution. Maybe even this episode. I certainly hope so, because I've got something very special planned for the first execution. But only for the first execution. Okay, it seems that was disconnected once again. Let's see. Let's reconnect. I know that it works this time. So, some keys over here because we do have a pickpocket. No, just a escape artist. But oh well. No prisoners coming in because we have enough. No others are becoming criminally insane for now. And as a matter of fact, we're just under 2 hours for the next delivery of prisoners. And by the looks of it, gotta sell this. What about you? Why? You are released. Go. I'm gonna search you. What happened here? Originally this guy had 6 years to serve, but as you can see, he was successful in his parole hearing. And then he's released early. And there. Ah, tomorrow we get another death row inmate. Lovely. So the shakedown is gonna take a little while. It wouldn't surprise me that I won't be able to complete this grant right away. So I'm gonna keep my prisoners inside their cells. And redo this shakedown over and over and over and over and over again until we complete the grant. Also, you may notice some license plates blank being here. This was from the first round that we had, when we had prisoners. I guess I'll dismiss this. There we go. Hopefully that'll fix this guy. You're going back to your cell, probably to get your stuff. Okay, so we've found the stolen tools. And we're just looking for weapons. Somehow a pen got here. And, Wagstaff. Okay. Where are you? Here. Likelihood of clemency 10%. The state-approved conviction strength is 10%. But did I... Yeah. Okay. So when you first researched death row, the state state approved conviction strength level is 5%. And that means that the likelihood of clemency needs to be below 5%, so 4% or less. Now, if then you research the execution liability, the state approved conviction strength will be 10%. However, as you can see with Mr. Wagstaff over here, his likelihood of clemency is 10%, but this number over here is still red, meaning he still has to fail one more death row appeal in order to be executionable. So Mr. Wilder's over here will have to fail one more time, and then I can execute him. But if I were to execute Mr. Wagstaff right now, that could be a problem. So I'm gonna wait until that number 10 becomes a green 5. We're almost done. Little bits of exports here. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Now I remember. I wanted to have a helipad over here somewhere for just exports. Because this area is producing a lot of exports. Especially with the workshop over here on top of the farming fields. So it would be a lot simpler to just bring everything from this island over to the one helipad over here if I would have built it. But I'm gonna decide against it. And as you can see, only one more place needs to be searched. Wherever the hell that is. There you go. And despite the fact that I've done this complete shakedown, we're still not done. So we're gonna start another one. And I will always just keep my prisoners inside of their cells. And do it over and over and over again until I find it. See? We just did it. And we already found some drugs. Somewhere. Oh, what the? Bobby died of an overdose. Well, you came here to die anyway. I need to make sure that, okay. At least they don't have any food needs. Actually, they do. Food and balls. Okay, that is a bit of a problem. So, how am I gonna solve that? I have an idea. I will briefly make this area a canteen. And once I have the money from hopefully completing the grant very soon, there you go, done. Meaning I'm gonna end my shakedown. End the bang up. And since I have the money right now, I'm quickly going to do a small bench right here. A small table. Right here. And then a small surfing table. No, surfing table. Right here. And I'm gonna designate this area as death row. Hopefully this will fix the food issue that I have. Deployment, thank you. Death row only. Because we do want them to live long enough to actually be executable. So we've completed another grant. Yay. Oh, guys, our first transfers. I know what I'm doing. Give me a second. Okay. So yeah, I made a screenshot of this because this is where the fun really begins. We have 3 people that have done enough and behaved well enough to be transferred over to medium security. I can manually approve them like this, or approve all like that. And we have our first medium security inmates. Now they will be brought over by the guards, I do believe. So, yay for that. Anything else? Grants, carpentry apprenticeship program, could run that, don't really care. Cell blocky, never gonna do that, never gonna have 500 capacity in this place. Could decrease the bank loan a notch, but I am in fact going to be building 2 more solar wind hybrids. One here, and then connect it like so. I don't have the 10,000 or the 5,000 power that I need in order to get that done. Okay, this is now done. So the last thing that I need to do is barbed wire. Okay. And I have 2 more gravestones to place. But we're gonna do that tomorrow. I'm going to extend this with 1 more day, because I did do a lot last night in game, of course, and we transferred over into this day. So I guess that you're gonna have another 4 days in this video as well. See you in a second. Well, I was also kind of waiting for this. It is still day 7 apparently, or 6. Either way, we had a death or 2. Mr. Welch, the legendary guy. Wait a second. Yeah. Legendary, but not gang leader. Also, I didn't show this yet, but we have 2 red gang members, 1 green gang member, and 1 blue gang member. However, if this guy is caught, please be caught. You're climbing over the barbed wire. And now running to here. Where the hell are you going, man? I see. You're beating up this door, you're gonna beat up this door. Or are you gonna head over to, oh, here you go. What is it? Guys. Why don't you shoot him? Where the hell are you going? Oh no. He's gonna kill Osborne. No! We had a Osborne is dead. But that does mean that Duncan Welch is our first official SuperMax prisoner. However, I did also lose a couple of guards apparently in the process, 2 of them, so we'll rehire them. A 1 and a 2, and we can add 5 more gravestones, so might as well. Why can't I place anymore? Oh well, doesn't matter. I'm gonna move them over. Place them nicely. I'll do that off screen. 3, 4, 5. I'll do this off screen. But as you can see, yeah, somehow you get income from stuff that you buy. Don't know how it works, but fine, what else? I guess that our other 2 guys of okay, this should now be fixed. So logistics, food distribution. There. This should now work. I hope. Well, we lost 2 of our death row inmates again. So yeah. And this is a hearse helicopter. Now you've seen that too. There's also a hearse boat apparently. I haven't seen that yet. We have more deaths. You overdosed. Well, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Legendary, extremely strong, tough, volatile, so-called deadly. Fearless, quick, instigator, expert fighter, connected, workaholic, pickpocket, identity thief, supplier, and foodie. Look at all the traits he gains while in this prison. Due to him being an identity thief, and I'm gonna show that to you in here, he's able to copy the behavior and actions of nearby prisoner, therefore duplicating their reputations. So if he's gonna be around criminally insane inmates, this guy can become a criminally insane inmate, but not a registered one. Meaning he's still gonna be inside of the maximum security, while still having the criminally insane trait. It's kind of a funky, wonky little thing, but I'm actually kind of curious. Do we have more criminally insane inmates? No. However, what I wanted to showcase is that our 3 medium security inmates want to transfer to minimum security as well. And for now, we don't have any more inmates eligible to transfer over to medium security. Let's see if I can finish the barbed wire that I don't remember if I've done that or not. By the looks of it, not. There we go. 1, 2, and that was already finished. Okay. So with that, the wall is gonna be fixed. Sadly, thus far, no new execution. However, it is a good thing that we have SuperMax prisoners now and medium security prisoners, because now we have more places to put our maximum security prisoners available. And of course, the more people die, at least in terms of inmates, the more places we have for them as well. So, in come our new inmates, one more death row guy, and 6 more maximum security prisoners. There we go. Let us see. Informants, supplier, green thumb, and fearless, and nothing special. No new gang members. Our red gang members are either dead or released. And I'm perfectly fine with that. Now, let's see. Did this thing actually connect now to the grid? Still not. I don't get it. But I don't really care anymore. I'm gonna be expanding this with solar wind hybrids. They're 5,000 a piece, so they're quite expensive. But eventually, I'll have the 10,000 power exports on a daily basis. It's gonna be fine. Let's see. Anything else? Working. You're working the mailroom. You work in the library. You work in the library. Cool. Anyone interested in workshop safety, perhaps? Why did you die? Killed with an armed guard by shotgun. And killed with an armed guard, or by an armed guard with a shotgun. And you're pretty much dead as well. Let's see if I can quickly get a doctor to rush to you. Hurry. And saved. Okay, so we're gonna get 2 more maximum security prisoners in tomorrow. Nice. Wait. Oh, looky. This was one of our original 5 death row inmates. But even though he did fail his death row appeal once, or maybe even twice, this is why you want to wait until the state-approved conviction strength is 9% or below, given, of course, that you have the execution liability researched. Because even at 1%, there is a slight chance, a 1% chance, that he might serve his time in maximum security. The serving table still hasn't been placed in. It is somewhere over there. Why is the serving table all the way over here? Is it this? No, it's not. Game is weird. Weird game is weird. We'll just call it that. Well, it's gonna be a long time before we have 10 prisoners pass the foundation education and 1 for the general education. I don't really expect that grants will be done during this playthrough. I'm not gonna go for it, but if it happens, it'll be fun, it'll be nice. But it's not like a mandatory thing. So, well, I guess that's gonna be it for me for this episode. Oh, wait. Mr. Welch. Wait, Welch. Ian Welch. You completed spiritual guidance twice. Well, I thought that he was somebody else. But we have our 4th prisoner inside medium security now. And this place is starting to become alive more and more. And the fun is starting to increase more and more as well. So, I think I'm gonna end it off over here. I thank you all for watching. I am Paul with many voices. If you enjoyed this, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Helps out a great deal. I thank you all for watching, and well, see you all next time. I still have to wait 63 hours before I can start this. Oh, wait! Wait a second. I never did this grant. Government bailout. So you get $50,000 dollars to start out with. You need to have a bank loan of at least 10,000. You need to have, well, let's see, 30 prisoners at least. You need to have a 0 or negative daily cash flow and less than $500 on hand. So you get 50,000, which you need in order to pay off your loan, which I'm finally gonna do. There. And then you need to make sure your daily cash flow becomes positive again. One way to do that is to literally stop all of your programs. Except, of course, your parole, because that doesn't cost you anything. And death row appeal either, so there. Now I'm only 16,000 in the red. I'm gonna do this really quickly. Gonna cut my staff pay. And I need to make sure that 14 or 41 to 12. Now, they're not paid well enough, but that works. So now I'm gonna increase the pay again to that. And now I've got plenty of cash left to do. And, well, that's just one way to complete this grant. Off screen, I'm gonna have to sadly restart all of the programs, but I will do that off screen. Now for real, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up. It helps out a great deal. I'm Paul with many voices. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.